Hi, welcome back. It's me again. And this is going to be a really impromptu video because I did not plan anything, but I just wanted to do this from a long time. And now we're here. So let's use this opportunity to actually talk about something that is relatable and that really wakes you up. So I realized something in the past few days that some things of our personality is what we have been carrying forward throughout our whole lives. So I am 22 years old and I have been through all of my life staying an introvert. And when I say introvert, it's not like I can't talk to people or I am too shy to talk to people or that I don't engage with anyone, but it's more of a personality of what I think of myself. So imagine 22 years of your whole life, you are believing one part of yourself that says that you are an introvert. Well, are you really going to carry it forward to the rest of your life? Because I don't think that's really efficient way to live your life. See, when we talk about personality, we don't talk about what's real and what's not real. It's just what we feed our mind. For example, that if you keep believing that you cannot be physically fit, then obviously you're going to be living the rest of your life believing that you cannot be fit. And from that moment, you will keep on believing that same version that you tell yourself that you cannot be fit. That and therefore you won't even work towards it. You can't even get physically fit if you don't work towards it. Similarly, being an introvert or an extrovert, as we classify ourselves, is not really a factor that we should be considering when we see a personality. So, if we consider this introvert aspect, I have two options. See, one part of me can keep believing that whole 22 years of my life I have been an introvert and I cannot talk to people. I should be scared to talk to people, or I should be scared to show out and to step out of my comfort zone and just show up. And if I keep believing that aspect of my personality, I am never going to reach anywhere. So you choose. So either you're going to let some bad experiences dictate if you're going to be an introvert or an extrovert, or you have the option to change it altogether. You have the option to change your whole personality into what you want to be. What would you rather be? Do you want to stay an introvert for the rest of your life like you have been the past 22 years, or do you want to move forward? Because recently I've just realized that everything is based on our choices. You can choose to talk to that person, you can choose not to talk to that person and shy away from it. It's completely in your hands. And if it's completely in your hands, you cannot let anything dictate what you are going to do anytime. Before I started making content, I used to believe that I'm not good at it. But ever since I posted my very first video, ever since I started doing things, I have realized that I have figured out more than what I did before. And that's what keeps me going. Because every single video I post, I get to learn more about myself. I get to learn more about what are my capabilities, what is my potential that I can act upon, that I can bring from my thoughts to my actions. And that's where it lies, the execution of this idea. You can literally change everything about yourself if you are serious enough to do that. The only thing that this thing takes from you is your past self. So if you keep holding on to that past self, if you keep being stuck, and if you keep supporting that version of yourself that is too scared to do anything, and if you're never going to get past it, then how are you even thinking that you will reach to a state that is completely undefined by everyone around you, undefined by your own past personalities and stuff like that? It's just so simple. You just have to believe that you can bring yourself from down here to up here. Every one of us wants to improve. Trust me, every one of us wants to improve. But how many of us are even actually putting up the work that is required for us to bring from here to here? And if you keep finding excuses that I cannot do this, I cannot do that, then you won't be able to really do anything. Because be honest, how many things have you left just because you thought that you were not enough? Like, what is even dictating you? What is even telling you that you are not enough? Who the hell is anyone to tell you that you are not enough? I mean, the only person that we should be listening to in case of being enough, in case of being capable, in case of, having potential and putting it into execution, is ourselves. We just have to listen to us. We just have to listen to our whole, the whole heart, the whole body, the whole mind. Because in the end, you are a singular person. You are an individual, and there are billions of people there. There are like 8 billion people on this planet. And do you think everyone shares the same idea that they are not enough? Most do. Most do. And those who do not simply know that it is only the power of belief that keeps them going. You just have to believe in yourself. When I was a kid, I got told that I cannot sing, I should leave singing altogether. But here I am. I am making my own music. I'm doing stuff for myself. I'm doing content. I'm doing so many things that I never thought would be possible. I have so many things that I never thought I would have. And that doesn't include just material things. That includes a lot of stuff, bro. That includes a lot of stuff. My patience is extremely next level now. My perseverance, the way I keep going after I fall down, I just pick myself up, bring back the pieces, and just get going again and again, again and again. That's what it takes. That's the power of self belief. You need to start believing in yourself. Once you believe that you can do that shit, you can. You can. You genuinely can. All the time, you cannot just spend in excuses. All the time, you cannot just spend, you know, contemplating whether or not you should do that thing or not. But it's just the way we are wired to. You know, there is also one thing that I just recently heard. If you play video games, you might have, experienced this, that you gain the most XP, experience points, when you choose the hardest difficulty. So in most of video games also, you see that whenever you pick up the hardest difficulty, the insane difficulty, the nightmare difficulty, whatever it is, you get more experience points. More experience points to level up your character, more things to do. And that is how life works. You just have to push yourself out of your comfort zone and just bring yourself into that track where you are limitless, where you are infinite, where you don't have any potential to stop, where you don't have, anything holding you back. And that's how I am making this video. If you compare me to the version that I was last year, I was so afraid. I was so, I was so anxious. I was so conscious of what I was able to post and what I was not. Because I kept on just thinking and thinking and thinking, and I made my own mind hell. I suffered from anxiety attacks, depression, and stuff like that. But, I never thought that I would be able to present myself in front of the camera so soon. Because I was completely destroyed, but yet I kept going. Here I am, filming this raw, uncut video where I am not even thinking about what to say or what not to say. Here I am, totally vulnerable. I didn't even set up anything for it. The mic is always there. So that's what it takes. So that's what it takes. Tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? Because genuinely, whatever it is you have to do in your life, whether it be career, whether it be art, even in case of relationships, even families, there are problems everywhere, there are obstacles everywhere. But if you keep believing that these obstacles will hold me back for the rest of my life, you're not going to get there. You may not even have the rest of your life then. Even if you had the potential to live up to 80 years, you might not even cross 30. Life is so unpredictable. You cannot really depend on it. There is no fixed time. Anything can happen anytime. So why not use the time that you have right now? If you want to start something, then start now. Finish it up. Even if it's not good, even if it's not perfect, just finish it up. Just do anything. Anything. You only have this one life. You only have this one life. And you don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to end, how much time you have. Even if you don't even know if you are going to get another life, then why not just do all this stuff now? Why not? What is even stopping you at this point? Just think of it this way. If I have just one life, and I will spend that rest of my life sticking to the version of me that I was from my childhood to now, then how am I ever going to get past it? How am I ever going to improve? While filming this video, I realized that I have spoken like 15 minutes till now. And, I still have so much to say. And I cannot cover this in one video. But if you watched it till the end, do comment down your opinions. And I really don't think that we all should, waste our time into just thinking, 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 and not doing things. I really don't believe that. If you're on the same boat, if you really want to do things, you should join me. Join me by subscribing to my channel. We will, you know, I tend to make the most of my life and I really want to do everything in my life. Every hobby, every single experience, every single place I want to visit. There's just so much to do and there's so little time. So if you want to tag along in my journey, consider subscribing, consider sharing this video to your friends. And if this video motivated you a little bit, do leave a like. And it will also motivate me to make more of this stuff for you. Let's not stretch it anymore and let's, wind it up. See you in the next video. I really hope you enjoyed and I really hope you stayed till the end. Goodbye. All the best.